Hello everyone, welcome back to the Undercut podcast. Today we have got a lot of things to talk about, including Sergio Perez's damaged Red Bull, and that potentially costing Red Bull the World Constructors' Championship. We've got stuff about the FIA coming out about the liveries. Alpine in talks with Flavio Briatore. That's something we'll talk about. It's quite controversial. And there's a few things on Williams. But obviously quite a slow week for F1 coming off the back of the Monaco Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc broke his curse finally, which is also something great.
Yeah. you could see it was been a slow few weeks for F1 with Imola and Monaco being so boring.
Yeah, oh my God.
There's
snooze fest.
It's literally just been relying on news for entertainment these days.
Yeah,
apart from Perez, he's supplying entertainment and offer.
Yeah, Perez supplying it. I mean, wasn't
and
Monaco...
Magnussen, he's back.
And K-Mag, yep, and K-Mag.
Get in there.
Monaco was the first race in F1 history where the top 10 finished in the same positions.
Yeah, why am I not surprised?
Which is,
depressing.
That's not great, is it?
It's depressing.
And we were talking about this before the weekend, actually. Monaco needs to make changes.
Yeah, but how do you make changes? Because at the end of the day, it is in the middle of a city. It's not like you can just pick up a building and move it.
No, and it's like the second smallest country in the world as well.
Yeah,
and the whole track is literally the country,
and it's surrounded by sea.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
The cars can somehow go on the sea. There's no chance.
We need like special cars for the Monaco Grand Prix, like ones that turn into boats. Yeah, amphibious cars.
Well, that's the only way.
It is the only way. It is the only way. I mean, let's just jump straight into it then. So, this Sergio Perez thing, right?
Yeah.
We've covered Ocon, so we won't touch on that from the Monaco Grand Prix. But Sergio Perez was another big talking point.
Huge talking point.
His crash has reportedly cost $2.1 million in damage for Red Bull, right? And bear in mind, we're in an era of budget cap. So, budget cap includes everything from staff to upgrades to repairs. It's everything, right?
Yeah. If
Red Bull are bringing upgrades and they've got that in the budget cap, if Perez's crash has now meant that they can't bring certain upgrades, that is big for the championship. Maybe not so much the drivers, but the Constructors' Championship.
They could be very huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Red Bull, I'm invoicing Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah. Hey, K-Mag, just take out the Ferraris or something, you know?
Just do something.
Just do something, man.
Yeah, no. It is huge. And that's a huge sum of money. I mean, that Red Bull was wrecked. But,
yeah, it was.
And you can only, 2.1 mil, it's substantial upgrades, that.
Yeah.
It's substantial, and they're upgrades that Ferrari and McLaren could bring.
Yeah.
I mean, the latest rumours as well is Mercedes are doing upgrades every weekend until Silverstone.
Yeah.
So, come Silverstone, they might be there. So, it could have a huge impact for Red Bull in terms of Constructors' Championships, especially with Ferrari having the point-scoring run that they're on, and McLaren also point-scoring run that they're on.
And we can't forget Fernando Alonso and Aston Martin. Aston Martin,
they will be races, yeah.
Well, as they did last year, they brought upgrades. They didn't work. They went back to the drawing board, brought more, and then it worked. If they sort of returned to form sort of towards the end of the season. So I imagine if Aston Martin can sort of work out where their car's going wrong, Fernando Alonso's straight in there as well. So you know.
Suddenly, we could see ourselves come the end of the season, Red Bull struggling to even get on a podium.
I'm not gonna hold my hope out for that, but
no, but
I still
there's a possibility of it.
There's a possibility, yeah. I still believe
there's no Red Bull podium.
I mean, insiders claimed that one more big crash like that for Red Bull, and that's a major upgrade that won't make it to the table this year.
Kevin.
Come on, man.
Kevin.
Your time to shine, buddy.
You know what to do.
Bloody Kevin Magnussen. Or Stroll. Stroll could have a hand in.
Stroll first has to be there.
That's true.
And he's never there, so.
Yeah.
The only way Stroll's doing is if he parks and waits for him to come round to lap it.
Fucking hell. Yeah, no, it's crazy though as well to think that maybe by the end of the season, if Red Bull can't develop that car to the maximum that they want, we already know they're having issues with the developments. They aren't as significant as they once thought. If they now can't bring any sort of towards the last 5 races, and if Ferrari are in that championship battle constructors, maybe even if Leclerc's sort of in reach of the drivers, it could be a very, very interesting last few races.
Couldn't it?
It could for Red Bull. Could be a bit touch and go for Red Bull.
Is it Helmut that's come out and said that they're struggling going over the curbs as well, riding them curbs?
Yes, he said that the simulations don't correlate to what is in real life. So what they thought the upgrades would do have not helped over the curbs. And it's kind of like what we saw with Mercedes in the start of the new Rex. The simulation showed that the no side pods would be quick, but obviously that didn't account for the porpoising, which was their major issue. So it's sort of the same situation that Red Bull are having now. The simulations aren't matching the on track data, so it could be a long year for Red Bull yet. And bear in mind, we're very early in the season.
We are very early. We've still got how many races to go? 16? Jesus Christ. So we're only a third of the way through.
Yeah, and Leclerc's not out of reaching distance of Max either. So
Ferrari, McLaren are there. There.
Absolutely.
If Perez performs the way that he is.
Yeah.
It could be long.
It could be very, very long.
It could be long.
It could be very long. Helmut Marko said, and I quote, "The simulator and reality do not correlate." His exact words. Correlate. That's the one.
Yeah.
Dyslexia. Either way, let's move on to what have the FIA said then?
So, F1 have come out and said that they would like the teams to have more distinguishable car liveries next year.
I agree.
Well, we all agree. We would like to see that. Will the teams do it?
No.
Because it's not a rule. It's F1 have said that they would like.
Yes. Yeah, and this comes down to the branding, marketing, social media side of it. Obviously there's brands. F1 as a brand wants to be seen as, obviously for new viewers, they want cars to be distinguishable. So there's a few cars on the grid, especially since we had the whole carbon fiber livery nonsense at the start of the year. There's a few teams that look from certain angles very similar, i.e. the Mercedes from the side. You could get it confused. I mean, in the night races, you can't tell the difference between the Mercedes and the Aston from the side.
I mean, we struggled, was it last season at Vegas between the Alfa Romeo when they brought their special black livery and the Mercedes.
Yeah, and the only one that I think works is Sauber, because even though it is mostly black, it's bright green, the other parts, so you can see it.
You can always distinguish that bright green.
Yeah, but the Alpine also, before they brought that extra bit of blue on the front nose, that's another one that's just mainly black. So, and if the Ferrari goes anymore... Mate, Alpine's livery is so shit!
You've got a huge problem with Alpine.
Mate, I just can't stand them. We'll talk about Alpine in a second, actually, and they are going to do something really, really controversial, and I don't know if I agree. Yeah, they are. They are doing
okay, well, you can enlighten me to that. I
will enlighten you. But so the liveries are they do need to be more distinguishable. They really do.
They do.
Yeah.
I would like a bit more. I want to go back. I would like to go back with the yellow Renault, the pink panthered Mercedes that was actually Racing Point, but it's a pink Mercedes.
The pink Mercedes.
Yeah. I do like that. I do like the V-Carb back to their Toro Rosso livery type thing.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's good.
That I'll allow that. I quite like that.
But it was a good grid though, wasn't it? You had the silver arrows, you had obviously the classic Red Bull livery, you had the bright red Ferrari, you had the yellow Renault, you had the pink Racing Point. It was great. I
don't mind the Mercedes being black.
No.
Because that's kind of their identity now, in a way.
I agree. There's one team that I don't mind being fully black as Mercedes, because that's their thing. Their
Yeah,
livery, that's their thing. Their livery's black
that's their thing
or
now.
silver. Yeah.
But,
So yeah,
yeah,
if there's a
I
black
don't
car,
mind.
it's Mercedes.
Can Alpine just like go back to Renault and be like yellow again?
I know the Renault looks so nice, and also
It does.
like Renault sounds better.
It did. It did. I've had
Sounds
enough of
better.
Alpine.
Yeah, Alpine are just a joke. Speaking of Alpine, let's talk about them, right? So Alpine are reportedly in talks to sign Flavio Briatore. Now, I'm not too sure if this is in a team principal role. I doubt it is, but it might be in some kind of technical role.
I would assume technical, unless Bruno Famine goes.
I don't think I don't think it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's team principal, but it's definitely a high technical role. Flavio Briatore, obviously we know, has won 2 world championships with Renault, now Alpine before in 2005 and 6 with Fernando Alonso, and then famously is the guy who organised Crashgate in the Singapore Grand Prix 2008, which saw Nelson Piquet Jr. crash on purpose, therefore gifting the win to Fernando Alonso.
Him and Ocon should get on like a treat then.
So, yeah, and he got banned from F1 along with Pat Simmons, who also got banned. Pat Simmons is now obviously back in he's been back around the paddock. Flavio Briatore has been attending the races but hasn't been working in F1. But they both got banned from working in F1 essentially because they organised the whole Crashgate thing. So controversially, Flavio Briatore could be rejoining Renault Alpine, and I don't know. It's news because he's good at what he does.
He is.
He's a winner. He's won with Renault before. It seems like Alpine are the type of team at the moment that are bringing every explosive person they could possibly bring to the table and putting them in one team. They've got Bruno Famine.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm here for it.
If it brings entertainment,
yeah,
bring me some more of these like crash gates and all this. I want more gates.
I mean, bro, if you see Ocon absolutely sending it in the wall, first race of 2025, and Pierre Gasly somehow wins the race, you know exactly what happened. You know exactly what's happened. So
Max Verstappen don't finish a race because Ocon takes him out on everyone. Right. And
Gasly's won by 20 seconds. How's this happened? Who knows? So that's apparently in talks. It could happen. It'd be interesting to see him back in paddock, but who knows?
It could get interesting. We'll see.
The last one, not that big news, but Williams will bring upgrades in Canada to reduce the weight of the car, which hopefully can see them more towards the V-carb end of the midfield. And yeah, I think Albon then will be in contention to score regular points, hopefully.
I mean, in contention, probably, yeah. I mean, I don't think he's at the level of Yuki and Hulkenberg at the moment.
No, they are smashing it right now.
They're different. They're different right now.
They are different. This is one thing I want to touch on, though. This whole Logan Sargent's going to be replaced, right? I think we know that he's not going to be here at the end of the year, but who do they replace him with?
Well, there's also been rumours of Valtteri as well.
Exactly.
And there's been rumours of Carlos.
So there's Bottas, Carlos, Antonelli. You could even see, I don't know, even Mick Schumacher maybe. I don't know. So
Potentially, yeah. I mean, if Antonelli's going to Mercedes, I think it would be a wise move because I don't see Carlos going there. But it would be a wise move for a Bottas. Well, not for Bottas, but for Williams to go for a Bottas.
Yeah, a Bottas could be a.
It'd be very like Albon and Bottas is a very good lineup.
A consistent lineup.
Yeah, and if I were Williams, I'd be very hopeful with that lineup at scoring points and being 5th, 6th, 7th in the championship regularly.
Yeah, and I mean, if Williams are hopefully on their trajectory back to race-winning ways, Albon and Bottas might be a way to get you there, potentially. I mean, McLaren have done it. McLaren have proved that you can get back to race-winning ways after being at the back of the grid.
Yeah, I know, but McLaren, I don't think Williams are what they were Do you know what I mean? Like Williams back 1990s, early 2000s maybe, were different. They were different gravy.
They were, but they've had that financial takeover a few years ago. So
They did, but they're not of a McLaren. They're not
no,
of a.
yeah.
They're not like you. You go to F1, you think of the big, your Mercedes, your McLaren, your Ferrari. Williams ain't that, so I think they would find it more difficult to get back to the top like apart from a McLaren.
Are you talking about all time? If we're talking about all time, Williams are in that conversation.
Oh, all time, yeah, but no, I mean coming back to the top. I think they'll find it harder coming back to the top than McLaren have.
We know McLaren have the all new top of the range facilities now. They built very recently.
Yeah, they have, and unfortunately for Williams fans, I don't anticipate a very hopeful and bright near future. To be honest, could be at least. It could be around another 20 years.
It could be, but also, new regulations.
Yeah, well, they're going to need to be big new regulations.
Well, we've got, obviously, with the new engine regulations that are coming in, there is also that's going to have an effect on the aero because of the engine covers and that.
Yeah.
So there's a chance, potentially, if Mercedes, once again, like they did at the start of the turbo hybrid era, make an absolutely stupidly fast engine, Williams could once again see themselves. Well, then again, it'd be Williams and McLaren as well. See themselves.
Yeah, that's the problem. McLaren will be there.
Yeah.
McLaren will probably still be ahead of Williams. And then you got to look at if Ferrari can keep their engine legal this time. Ferrari.
Yeah. We just don't know, do we?
The only one that could be interesting, because obviously aren't they using their own engine and making their own engine, is Red Bull.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to see how they do.
Yeah. And we'll have Audi as well in there. Throw Audi.
Yeah, Audi in there. It could be hard.
It's going to be a big shake-up.
For Williams. It could be a huge shake-up. And I'm here for it.
It's anyone's game.
I would like to see Williams back up there. I just don't there's too many teams now that, like, if a Mercedes or a Red Bull drop it, you've got Ferrari, you've got McLaren, you've even got Aston Martin now. You've probably got VCarb that are in a better position than Williams are at this point in time and possibly challenging. So
it'd be funny if VCarb beat Red Bull.
It's possible. Nothing's impossible.
No, it's not. It's not.
But yeah, I mean, who was it that they've told Andretti their best chance of getting into Formula One is buying a team.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? That was annoying.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
I would like to see Andretti be an 11th team, but if the way they come in, I would see them buying Haas, to be honest.
I see them buying Haas. But then again, the FIA have had talks about potentially having 12-point scorers instead of 10.
Yes.
If they end up going through with that, then introducing an 11th team, despite splitting the prize pot at the end of the year, which is, I think, what a lot of teams are scared of doing, splitting the prize money, that would then make room for an 11 team because there would be 12 positions of points. 22 cars, 12 positions of points, 10 don't score, 12 do. So yeah. I think if we're looking at it from a points perspective, the competitive nature of Andretti coming into Formula One wouldn't be such a bad thing. No. It's just the money.
Yeah, it's teams and money grabbers.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is. They don't want to give up their money. And
we've also got to remember as well, we've had 12 teams before in F1. So
yes. Yeah, we have.
On the grid at once. And there was only 10-point scoring positions then, back in 2010 to 2012, I think the last year was. So we had 12 teams.
Yes.
So
2012?
2012 was the last year, and then HRT pulled out.
Oh, yeah.
Hispania, and then 2013 we still had... or was they in there 2013 as well? I don't know. It was 2012 or 2013. Then we were left with Lotus, which became Renault.
Yeah.
And then...
Still had Caterham and Manor.
And then Marussia, which became Manor. Caterham pulled out after 2014. Manor were 2015 and 16.
Haas came in.
Then Haas came in and replaced them as the 11th. No,
As the 10th.
Haas came in and replaced them as the 10th team.
Yeah, because
No, wait, did they race a season with Haas? No, they did. They did because Haas came in. No, Haas came in 2016.
Haas came in 2016. Manor pulled out 2015.
I'm getting my years mixed up. Maybe, possibly. Either way, we've had 12 teams before. So
we've had 12.
We've had 12
11.
teams.
We've had 10.
We've had loads. We've had 12 teams. And obviously the bottom 3 never scored any points. But they got decently close. I mean, Jules Bianchi did well to get some points when he was around.
Jules did get points, yeah.
Yeah, so around Monaco actually.
Kamui Kobayashi.
Did he get points?
Yeah. He in his whole career he's got points.
All right, okay. Point. That's a very random point to make, but yeah, sure. Kamui got points.
He's got a point.
Kamui was very good. I like Kamui.
Yeah, he did get. I swear he got a point. I'm.
What at Caterham?
Yeah.
I don't think he did. I think Heikki Kovalainen got a point.
Might have done.
Oh, do you remember in 2010 it was Heikki Kovalainen and Jarno Trulli is the lineup? What a lineup that is. Two very capable drivers, to be fair. Two very, very, very capable drivers. Who did Marussia have? Marussia had Timo Glock and I can't remember for the life of me who the other one was. Hispania had Narain Karthikeyan.
Yeah.
And Karun Chandok. They had Karun, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Karun?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they had Narain Karthikeyan and Karun Chandok. Who was the other Marussia one? I forget now. Either way, it's a long time ago. It's many years in the past.
Yeah.
But
Kamui got a podium.
He did in Sauber Japan 2012, was it?
Decent.
At Sauber, was it? I seem to remember.
Yeah, I've got caught up. I'm getting caught up on Kobayashi right now.
No, Kobayashi was a great driver.
He got up to just over 60 points in 2012.
Yeah, he did. He had a very good year. He had a very, very good year. He had a breakthrough few races at Toyota in 2009. And then that's when Sauber decided to sign him.
Got points 10, 11, 12, not active 13. And then I don't think he got any in 14, to be fair.
No.
Yeah.
But either way, thank you very much for watching the Undercut. We always go on tangents. But either way, thank you for watching.
We got a Kamui Kobayashi tangent.
We did, yeah. I swear this has happened before.
I think we've gone on to Kobayashi before.
I think definitely on one of the live streams, you've been like, oh yeah, Kobayashi, great driver.
He's just so memorable.
You like Kobe, don't you?
I do. Kobayashi.
Both Kobes. You like Kobe Mania as well?
Kobe Mania. Yeah, I love Kobe Mania. What a guy.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.